What is going on, YouTube? I am back with another video, and you can see I have the 392 wide body behind me. We're going to talk about a few things you should know before you buy one of these beasts. Now, I get it. There are so many cars that are way faster, but I promise you, this is the best horsepower per dollar car, V8, that you can buy on the market. Let's go. All right, so if you're new to the channel, this is my wife's wide body 392 Scatpack Charger. It is a 2020. She has had it for a very long time, and she has beat on this car for this to be a daily car. I will say it has held its own. It's got about 80,000 miles on it. It is gonna go up for sale here shortly. It's just about time to part ways with an older V8. But we're gonna talk about a few things you should know that I either like or dislike. Let's dive in. So first couple of things to know before you buy one of these cars is that, one, the tires that come on this car stock, your all-terrain, all-season tires, will not hold up very long with this much horsepower. Yes, with 484 crank horsepower, tires are gonna go very quick, which means you're gonna spend a lot of money on 315, 35, 20 tires. Now, yes, that is an aftermarket rim, but even your stock wide body rims fit 315s all the way around. So be prepared to spend $130 to $400 per tire. The next thing involving that you should know before you buy one is, as you can see, these kick off a lot of brake dust. So if you're not prepared to get down there and really use those hands to clean those wheels, don't buy one, or else you're gonna be riding around dirty a whole lot. This car was cleaned less than 5 days ago, and you can see how dirty it has gotten that fast, even on the 4-piston. So a couple things to know right away is tires and cleaning supplies will be the most money you spend on this car. The next thing you know, because you've done your research, is this is a 6.4 liter 392 VGE block from Dodge. It is a pretty stretched out block. It is obviously bigger than the Hellcat motor, but that is the purpose, because this is the naturally aspirated engine that goes in all Scatpacks or all 392s. Now, hear me out. It is stretched out, so you probably hear or have watched a few videos. It's like, oh, you can't boost it. It's not gonna hold boost well, X, Y, and Z. This is coming from somebody, you've followed my channel for a while. You know I had a 392 that I had multiple setups on with your 392 stock block. So to know, I personally would not throw boost at it. Here's why. So I wouldn't throw boost at your 392 because the amount of money to do it safely is anywhere between $8,000 to $12,000. $8,000 being the Pro Charger kit that you can get and bolt on yourself in the driveway with the tune that they give you, and it still only have 4 to 6 PSI, and that should be okay. So your $8,000 is somewhat of the cheaper realm, and if you get a shop, you're still gonna be in that 8 to 12 range. Then you can actually throw on the the Magnuson blower. Bailey's Performance does it. They have a package for these cars that comes out to be about $15,000. Well, if you have $15,000 to throw, you may as well throw the $10,000 to $15,000 down on a Hellcat and be boosted from factory and have more horsepower from factory with a warranty than you will in this car. So it's something to think about before you put any money down on a Scatpack, but it's something to know just in case you're wanting to go faster. It is very difficult to go fast. Watch some of my previous videos of drag racing. You'll see it is capable of beating a lot of fast cars, but you gotta put some money into it. The next thing you should know is if you intend on buying a Scatpack, you will start to spend money on modifications. There are so many modifications that are out here aftermarket wise for the Dodge platform, Charger or Challenger. Everything from rims to side marker, whether it's tint, this one has honeycomb, whether it's the LED, different wicker bills and styles that you can get, tail light tint, this one has honeycomb, custom badges, diffusers, exhaust tips, different hoods that people are throwing on now, grills, RGB lights. People are even starting to put LEDs and 3D print there. There are so many aftermarket parts. So if you think you're gonna buy one and not modify it, you are crazy. I promise you'll see a whole bunch of these on the freeway. You'll start to see different color wraps and a bunch of modifications that you'll end up wanting to do. So definitely know before you buy one, you'll end up in a money pit making yours look the best in your area. Another thing to know is a lot of the interiors are actually not that spectacular. This is a base interior with the cloth seats. I think there are some nice touches, but overall, it's not the best interior. Yes, grocery getter, she's in there. But it's not the best interior. Now there's multiple interiors that you can get. There's suede Alcantara red that I think looks great. The black Alcantara, which I had in my 1320. But overall, most of the everyday Scatpacks you see will have the cloth seats. So unless you opt in for the option, again, knowing before you buy, there are about 4 to 5 different options interior wise. But let's go into something you should definitely know. And the last thing you should know before you buy one. The last thing you should know is these are actually very loud cars, even from factory. This just has the mid-muffler delete. It still has the resignators and just 5-inch tips. So let's see what it sounds like. And again, that is no custom exhaust, and it probably doesn't sound the best, but on the highway, it sounds insane. They are a very loud car.